Hey loves, it's Angelica. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going straight to curly, or are we? This is officially my worst part of a silk press every single time I do it. If you think my hair looks shorter, that is because about 3 to 4 inches of my hair is fully reverted at the bottom, because after I got through my hair looking like crap, I was like, okay, I actually wasn't feeling too well. I wanted to work out whenever I wanted, so my hair was getting super sweaty at the base. So I didn't care if it reverted a little bit. But yeah, this is always my worst part because no matter how many precautions I take, am I going to get heat damage? And the first thing I would advise you to do is use really warm water, but not hot enough to burn you, because if it can burn you, sort of, it can also damage your hair. That's too much heat. Even heat from hot water is damaging to your hair, so you just want it to be pretty hot to be able to like melt any oils and also generate a little bit of steam in between your hair strands so that it can boost your hair curling back up as quick as possible. You just want to make sure that your hair is wet and saturated. I would advise you to not go to the shampoo stage until your hair feels like it is fully reverted, or at least maybe 60%, because if you've straightened your hair before, you know it takes about 3 washes for it to be like exactly how it was before. But I was actually very impressed with my hair. It reverted super quick, and the reason why I did half of my section first just to wet it instead of doing it in 4, it is because if you are not new to this channel as well, you will know that my hair textures, like most people, are different in the back and the front. Also, I'm using Olaplex for the first time. I'm so excited. I have wanted to use Olaplex for years. And this is not a sponsored video, but I did reach out to them and they did send me these products to try, and I'm so happy. I'll give you updates on how it's going throughout. And just know, when I do have a sponsored video, I will let you know. I don't like to be sponsored for things that I wouldn't recommend to you. So this is the number 4. I've heard number 0 and number 3 are the most popular products, and I fully intend to try them after these, but I thought I'd start with this. So I would suggest, first of all, put the shampoo on your scalp, okay? Focus it on your scalp. Shampoo, make sure that your scalp is clean, because obviously by this stage you will have some kind of dandruff unless your hair has just been like doused in oil. But I also prefer to not put oil on my hair. I do notice that a lot of people like to pre-poo with like a hot oil treatment before washing hair. And I used to think it was a good idea, but I find out that oil coating your hair kind of slows down the reversion process, so I prefer to just leave it like this. So you want to make sure that your hair is fully saturated and as reverted as possible before you shampoo. And when you do shampoo, focus on the scalp, and then when you go in for the second wash, you will focus on the scalp again, because that's where you need the hair to be the cleanest, except you need half the amount of shampoo, and the lather from your scalp is going to be able to lather all the rest of your hair. I'm actually going to be doing a video on hair washing hacks, so make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. And if you don't know me, my name is Angelica. I post videos twice a week all about growing long, healthy, natural hair. So if that seems interesting, consider subscribing and hit the bell so you get notifications when I post that hair washing hacks video, and also when I post just other videos you may be interested in. So consider subscribing. So yes, I'm getting a deep clean. I want my hair to be squeaky clean, because that's what you need. You want to get all those products, those silicones, everything off your hair, and you need your hair to be the cleanest for you to get the perfect bounce back. And yes, as I was saying, I'm using Olaplex for the first time and I'm very excited. This is a bond building treatment. It is not a protein treatment. Those are two separate things. This is more of repairing the hydrogen bonds on your hair. And the way your hair breaks hydrogen bonds is during heat styling, during other processes like chemical processes like bleaching and relaxing. And that's why this brand is usually targeted more to people who have any kind of damaged hair, because usually when your hair is damaged, it's because the hydrogen bonds are damaged. So I consider when your hair is straightened, you have altered the hydrogen bonds. So it is amazing to get a bond building product like this. And I'm very gentle with my hair despite how it looks at high speed. And as you can see, I'm making sure that my hair is fully saturated. So as you can see, I'm making sure I just wash my hair and deep clean it. And yes, what I was trying to say before I started explaining about the Olaplex is that if you are not new to my channel, then you know that like most people, I have different textures in my hair. So The hair in the front is a different texture than the hair at the back. My hair at the back is the tightest curls and coils. I would say my hair is like a 4B, possibly some 4C in the back. I don't care about hair textures. I just say my hair is type 4. They might be a little 3C in the front, but I say my type hair, my 4 is, I say my hair is type 4 because most of my hair texture is type 4. So the reason why I was wetting the entire side, like I was explaining before, like so, is because I like my hair to start reverting even before I put the shampoo. So I wet my entire section, and then once my entire section is soaking wet, I go ahead and split it in half. I clip up the top section so that that can revert a little bit more as I'm working on the back, so that when it's time to work on the front, my hair has already reverted a little bit. And I am so happy and impressed with how fast my hair reverted and how healthy it looks and feels. Now, of course, it does not feel as amazing as it did because I mastered the art of getting my hair to feeling like tip-top condition, and it is expected. So if you are in the same state as me and you're like, oh, my hair feels a little bit more like dry than usual, it just feels different, I would suggest you wait 2 to 3 weeks for it to fully bounce back. Now I'm using the Olaplex number 8. This is a new product that they have just launched. It is a deep conditioner, and this one is supposed to be mostly based on moisture. So this is more of like a moisture treatment compared to what I would say their other products are all bond building. And bond building products seem to have a similar feeling to protein treatments, even though it's not the same thing. So because they're like rebuilding your bonds and making your hair feel super strong, that doesn't really have much to do with moisture. So your hair doesn't feel super moisturized. So this is their first moisture product, and I loved how it felt when it was going into my hair. You need the littlest amount. Now, if you have less hair than me, I would literally suggest you do 1 pump per section, and please go by the directions on the bottle because most deep conditioners should be applied that way. Put it from like 4 inches away from your scalp. If your hair is shorter, just don't put it too close to your scalp because you don't need those products clogging up your scalp. They are meant to moisturize your hair. So what I like to do is what you can see me doing here. As soon as I work the product into my hair, I go in with my wide tooth comb to detangle my hair and also spread the product through. Then I wrap it around itself to just squeeze the product into the hair. Then I go ahead and twist it as a full section. Then I move on to the next section. So as you can see, I'm doing 2 pumps per small section, and that is because I have a lot of hair and it is also super thick. If your hair is exactly like mine but longer, you probably need more than me. Can you see that bounce back? Yes, my curls are back. Yes, so you probably need more than me. If you have the same hair as me but shorter than me, you'd probably need 1 pump per section. And also, if your hair is longer than mine but thinner, just depending on the density and the thickness of your hair, you will know how much product you need. A little goes a long way, and it is very, very concentrated. That's why it comes in such tiny bottles. I honestly wish there were bigger bottles, but I guess also the cost. I went ahead and did everything I did on that side to the other side, and now I just tied my twists up with a satin scrunchie, and I am going under heat. Take note that this product does not require you to go under heat, but every single deep conditioner I have ever used always works best when I go under heat. And for my low porosity, high density, thick hair, I feel like I get the best benefits. Except this time, because it says don't go under heat and only leave it in your hair for 15 to 10 minutes, I went under heat only for 20 minutes, and then I decided to rinse it out. And as you can see, this is how you know your deep conditioner is working well. When your hair fully absorbs it and you literally cannot even see it in your hair, that's the best way. That's how my Amika deep conditioner goes in. And as you can see, my curls looked very good. They had bounce, they had shine, and now it is time to add leave-in. So I didn't need much leave-in. Like even that for one section was actually too much. I would suggest this one is not like a pump, so you have full control of how much you get. You literally need the smallest amount. It is very thick. This one says it is a bond smoother, and I can definitely attest to that. My hair felt so smooth and it just felt very, very moisturized. Out of everything I used, this is the number one thing I would repurchase if I had to purchase it. It just felt amazing in my hair, and even though my hair wasn't in tip-top condition, it still felt much better. And because my hair is not in tip-top condition, I did decide to seal with a little bit of oil. It's just some olive oil. Then I was going ahead to put my hair in the twists that I always do. Sorry, my dog just opened the door. I went ahead and put my hair in twists like I always do. My hair flourishes and comes out the most moisturized when I do this. And as you can see, I was even finding it almost hard to finish up my twist because I did cut my hair. I did have a blunt cut once I did my silk press, and I am so glad that my dead ends are gone. I literally had to cut off 4 to 5 inches of my hair all around, and my hair feels so much better. I feel like my curls look even better than before, and that is a great sign because if this is my first wash day after a silk press, I know moving forward my curls are going to be so much better and more defined. Even in the front where my hair is a completely different texture and it doesn't define as well because the curls are looser. It doesn't look like the back section. The hair still felt so amazing, and the ends are just like no tangles. Everything is just slipping through. Look at that. Smooth, shiny, hydrated, moisturized. I was very impressed with this leave-in. 100% would repurchase. I would also say if you're not new again to my channel, you know that I really don't care for shampoos because I just feel like shampoos just get the job done. So I just find one that's like better than the other ones. So far out of all the ones I've tried, my new favorite before I tried this one is the Amika shampoo I've been using. They're co-wash and they're the Cure shampoo. Those are amazing. And this shampoo I used as well, I am so in love with it. It smells amazing. It does have a little bit of a strong smell, so if you don't like strong smells, you might not like it, but it's a very citrusy flavor and it doesn't like sit in your hair. It is also extremely thick, so you need the tiniest bit, especially if you have finer hair than mine. That little bottle will last you ages, and it's actually the biggest bottle compared to everything. I wish they could have swapped and made the conditioner the biggest bottle, but I digress. You need the tiniest bit and it is amazing. And as you can see, if you've seen my video on how I changed my hair in 30 days, this is the technique I'm doing here. I'm making sure that my hair is soaking wet when I'm ready to put in my moisturizer, and then I just squeeze out any excess water. I put in my leave-in, seal it in, and then I twist it, and I am just amazed. This really goes to show that what you do before your silk press, the products that you use, and how you treat your hair before, during, and after make a big difference. So if you haven't seen the video on how I did a silk press on my hair, then you want to check that out because I go through every single detail from the washing process until the flat iron stage, so you definitely want to know that. This was the final stage. My hair is still in these twists and my hair feels so moisturized and curly. I know it's very easy to be tempted to go into a wash and go to be like, look, my curls have bounced back, but I suggest to do this to actually just let your hair rest and sit and fully revert and look good. After this, I went under heat for 20 minutes with the leave-in conditioner, and then I took it out and my hair felt amazing. It still feels amazing, and I highly suggest you try this technique if you have trouble with your silk presses. And that is the only shed hair I had at the end of this whole thing. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, like, follow, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!